Hey guys, Justin from Talk Android here with the new Moto G that was announced this week alongside the new Moto X Style, Moto X Play, Moto Surround, and Moto Pulse. The Moto G is still the company's mid-range device. It's a step above the Moto E and a step below the Moto X. But Motorola has really improved the Moto G to make it really good value for just about anyone. So this is what the new Moto G looks like. It has a similar design to the past, but it does look a little bit different, and it certainly feels different. The sides have metallic accents. It feels durable, feels nice. There's no flexing or creaking going on if you go to squeeze the device and move it different ways. It's light. It's not very thick, so it'll fit just about everywhere, and it won't weigh you down. The back panel, which is a rubber material, is slightly textured so it won't slip out of your hand at all, and especially with Motorola's signature indentation with its logo, you can rest your finger there when you hold the phone, so it's pretty comfortable. It's not going to slide around when wet or anything. It's here to stay. The back panel is removable, but you cannot take out the battery. That stays put. The back panel comes off because you can take out the SIM card and the micro SD card. It does not come with the micro SD card, so you'll have to put that in yourself. But to expand upon the 8 or 16 gigabytes of storage, you can put in your own micro SD card. The back panel snaps into place, and that's because the Moto G is IPX7 certified, so it can be submerged in water of up to 1 meter for up to 30 minutes, and you have to make sure everything is snapped into place so no water gets through anywhere. On the right side is the power button and volume rocker. On the bottom is the micro USB charging port. On the left is nothing, and on the top is just the auxiliary port. Also on the back is the LED flash and 13 megapixel camera. Motorola spent a lot of time talking about cameras at its event, and we're hoping that things improve. So it's 13 megapixels here, big improvement over last year, but we'll see when we review the Moto G how it really performs. On the front, you have front-facing speakers, and between them is the 5-inch display with 720p resolution. And it looks good. It's better than the Moto E's, but it's still not as good, though, as Full HD or Quad HD. You're getting good quality, though. It gets bright. It is vivid. You're not really suffering. You are paying for a mid-range device, so you can't really expect to get something stunning and, that's going to make your eyes cry out of joy. It's good. 720p still works for mid-range devices, and maybe next year we'll see Motorola use 1080p on a Moto G. So the software here is based on Android 5.1.1 Lollipop, but as you can tell, it is largely stock Android. That's because Motorola does not believe in changing the software experience very much. Instead, it chooses to add to the software, and you can see that with the company's own camera app. The gallery app is Motorola's own FM radio. Migrate, which moves files from your last phone to this phone. The Moto app, and that houses Assist, Actions, and Display. Assist monitors the environment in which you're staying and tailors the phone's notifications and experience to that. Like you can see there, when I sleep, notifications will not light up the screen and wake me up. Also there we have Actions, quick capture. That's just when you flick your wrist a bunch to launch the camera. And then there is chopping twice, and that's to activate the camera. There we go. You can see that's how that works. Then there is display, and that's just so you can tailor how and when notifications show up on the display to alert you. Because remember, Motorola does not use LED indicators at the top anymore. There you're only going to see a speaker, light sensor, and front-facing camera. The processor here is Qualcomm's Snapdragon 410. Depending upon the variant you buy, You'll either get 1 gigabyte or 2 gigabytes of RAM, and pricing changes like that. The Moto G is available starting right now. You can go to Motorola's site and customize it with Moto Maker. So yes, this mid-range device is customizable through Moto Maker. You can head there and choose between the colors of the front panel and the back panel, the storage 8 gigabytes or 16 gigabytes, and the amount of RAM 1 gigabyte or 2 gigabytes. And the base model, which is the 1 gigabyte of RAM and 8 gigabytes of memory, starts at $179. So the Moto G is very, very accessible this year. It's very affordable. And so far, it seems like there is a ton of quality here. The build quality is amazing, and performance seems pretty good. But you'll have to stick around and check out our review in the near future when it goes up.